escaping the shadows. I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I post fragrance related content on this platform. Now if you're new and you're not yet subscribed but you like that style of content, please do consider subscribing and joining the family. To those who are already subscribed, thank you so much for the continued support. Kindly note that this is not a sponsored channel. I rely solely on AdSense, so I would appreciate it if you do not skip through ads. Alternatively, I did create a PayPal donate link, which is on the top of my page right next to my picture there. Underneath that, you're going to see a PayPal donate link. If you would like to assist in any way in donating anything towards this channel, it will go towards the purchases of the fragrances that I bring to you here. Today, I have a host of fragrances in front of me that will make you smell like a snack. These are gourmand fragrances, but this video is with a twist. Gourmand to what extent, right? So to what extent is what fragrance gourmanding, right? And the first one is going to be this one. And maybe let me highlight what a gourmand fragrance is. A gourmand fragrance is a fragrance that's going to have an element of food in it. So it's going to feel as though it's got something edible in it. So it's going to be fragrances that will make you smell yummy, in other words. Number one is going to be Oasis from the house of Maison, Alhambra. Going to give it a quick spray here. And unfortunately, I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this fragrance. This is built around that caramel and the coconut, as well as a host of wild berries, florals and other fruits. So do expect wasps of an apple, some plum, that sort of thing. But in a nutshell, it feels like a punched up sweetened fruit juice. Simply put, if you want to smell like that the whole day, this is going to do it for you. It is in the same vein as that Tiziana Terenzi's Orza that comes in an orange bottle like this. But some people say they do get a likeness as well to Coco in this. So it's going to be entirely up to how your nose perceive. The second one on the lineup is an easy one, guys. This is Eternal Coffee from the House of Paris Corner. This is going to be your overdosed milked coffee. Overdosed not in the coffee but in the milk. So if you love your coffee with so much milk, not like your wake up style of coffee, your coffee leaning creamy cappuccino-ish, that sort of thing, very milky. Some of you might want it with actual cream. That is simply put what you're going to get from Eternal Coffee, and it's the second one on the lineup. Third one, guys, is going to be Qissa Delicious, again from the House of Paris Corner. Now, unfortunately, this one is not as delicious as I was hoping it would be. It does incorporate the dark chocolate in it, the caramel, whipped cream, marshmallow, vanilla, and some citruses. But I think in this, it is the overdose of those citruses that kind of waters everything down. So it's not the sort of fragrance that I would recommend to those who really love their dark chocolate style of fragrance. You are going to get, of course, that marshmallow, that whipped cream feel, but everything in this is shy. It doesn't come across as an ultimate, oh my God, I smell yummy. But yes, it does incorporate those notes. So I think it's built in such a way that it shouldn't be like a pushy style of gourmand, but with you smelling, gourmandish, if you know what I mean. So this is to what extent this Qissa Delicious is gourmanding. Number 4, guys, is going to be La Collection's Antiquities from the house of Lattafa, and this is of their Lattafa Pride collection. Let us give us this one a quick spray, but in a nutshell, this is going to encompass your white musk, your white chocolate. It's going to have green tea, some vanilla and some woods. But what it boils down to is a white chocolate style of gourmand with a tea tease, and it is that tea note tease that makes this gourmand lean 70% masculine. But in as much as it has that tea note green teas in it, the white chocolate does seem to manage to come to the surface. So it's going to be a roundup of the white chocolate. For some of you, it's going to feel like, you opening a tin of condensed milk, that lactonic creamy feel. And that is exactly how white chocolate kind of feels to my nose. So that is what you get in this. And that is to what extent this gourmand is gourmanding. It's called La Collection's Antiquities 1886 from the house of Lattafa. And then we have caramel oud. Okay, now to my nose, there is no oud in this fragrance, right? This, I'm going to say, performs better on the clothing. So I may as well spray it on the clothing than on a piece of paper, right? It's another one that's kind of feels as though it's trying to be something, but then it's holding back. Now, it does have the caramel, the praline, the vanilla, and I think some bergamot there. Now, mental shortcut, this and this feel the same. Do not expect a chocolate forward style of fragrance because of how these fragrances are, are presented there. This one has like a darkish and then a lightish there where it kind of feels okay. Mental shortcut, you're going to imagine that chocolate and maybe the caramel and even the milk and whatever. It just boils down to like a biscuit style of fragrance, a biscuit feel, something that I get from Oud Cacao. And this one is from Comptoir Sud du Pacifique. When I purchased this, I was expecting a cacao-y forward style of fragrance, chocolate, and that is something that I was expecting this. Not that the notes say so, but I got something very similar to this. So if you have this, you probably have a representation of this, okay? If you love biscuits, simply put, those biscuits, creamed biscuit style of thing, that is what you're going to get from this, and that is how you're going to be smelling the whole day. So yes, you're going to be smelling edible, and it does qualify as a gourmand. Next up, guys, is going to be this one, Eclaire by Lattafa. Now, this is simply put this. To my nose, I kind of taste these sweets as I spray this. Now, in case you're not familiar, let me just show you one of the sweets close up, okay? These sweets, this is just how Eclaire vibes, right? Caramel, praline, vanilla, milk, that sort of thing, an underlying chocolate, sugar, honey. That is the gourmand in here. This is an ultimate gourmand, the way the girls love it, where you're going to smell lactonic, you're going to smell chocolatey, you're going to smell creamy. This was a no-brainer, and a no-brainer to explain. If you have eaten the Eclaire sweets, just imagine them in a perfume form. Simply put, that is what you're going to get from Eclaire, and that's why it made it on this list. Number 7 is going to be Vibrant Orange and Neroli. This is from Paris Corner. Mental shortcut. Imagine yourself with a bunch of oranges, right? Don't cut into the oranges, peel them with your hands. Now, as you peel them, let's imagine one of the oranges is close to you like this as you're peeling it. And then there's wafts of whatever thing that goes into your nose that sometimes can make you sneeze. You know what I mean? That zesty thing that gets into your nose. That's exactly how this feels like, but it doesn't stop there. It's not like a bitter orange mandarin zesty type of situation. It is then doused with what feels like icing sugar. In a nutshell, that is how this fragrance smells like. If you like that combo, is smelling like the rind of an orange doused in icing sugar, then get yourself Vibrant Orange and Neroli. The next gourmand is one that I have to caution you over, and you will see just by the usage there that I haven't used this a lot. Ajayeb Dubai. I prefer the counterpart to this, which is the Ajayeb Dubai Portrait, the white one. This is a tricky situation for me, but I had to give it its flowers because it is a gourmand nonetheless. It does lean a little bit masculine there, okay? Some have said they get what feels like, what is that fragrance? Black Phantom with like a pineapple twist. Some have said that, but simply put, guys, mental shortcut, this is going to be your sticky caramel, and it doesn't list caramel. It actually lists butterscotch, right? And I do get the butterscotch. It does feel like a lot of butterscotch, a sticky feel of a caramel, a toasty coffee, like a burnt toasty coffee, realistically like that, and mixed with some sugar there. That is what you're going to get from this fragrance, mental shortcut, and of course some vanilla. So it's going to appeal to anybody who likes a toasty style of fragrance, that style of situation there. Butterscotch, okay, fudge in a way. And of course that coffee in the backdrop, and a lot happening at the same time, but very ideal for winter this is, okay? And a fragrance that is kind of acquired, because when I sprayed it the first time, I said I'm never gonna smell this, but after I wore this when it was a bit cold, I did appreciate it. So if you love your butterscotch, you love your coffee fragrances, you love a little bit of a fruitiness there, but with a sticky caramel, though not listed, this is going to be the ultimate gourmand for you, leaning 80% masculine. Next up is Caramel Cascade, right? From this, expect caramel, milk, tonka, and the woods, right? That is what to expect from this fragrance. And yes, it does interpret creamy there, and it also does have the caramel. But what I have a problem with when it comes to this fragrance is in the opening there is something that's a little bit piercing there. Maybe it's a little bit too much alcohol, something that feels a bit chemical-like. something that actually makes me sneeze in some cases, right? This is a gourmand that opens up to that caramel after a little bit of a meandering there, but it does get to that milky, nice, even lactonic caramel fragrance with a woody tone and all that. And it also is beast mode to my nose. But the only problem I have with this gourmand, guys, is the opening of it. The fact that it does have that piercing chemical feel of it. But yes, it is another one that seems to draw inspiration from that Bianco-Latte. So if you can get this one as well, you are going to possibly enjoy it. It's a nice fragrance nonetheless. Number 10, guys, is going to be Jawhara from Lattafa's Niche Emirati collection, a fragrance that is built around cinnamon, osmanthus, Davana, wild cherry. Those are the notes listed for this fragrance, right? But what I can say of the entire Niche Emirati collection, if you're looking for a fragrance that's going to lean more gourmand, this is the one to go for, because the Niche Emirati collection has got heavy hitters there, heavyweight fragrances, some fragrances that can outright be heady. I don't get a headiness from this fragrance. I get a beautifully done fragrance that has that osmanthus bouncing off as peachy, apricot-y. So it's going to be fruity, but then it also has an underlying biscuity thing. You know, that's what my daughter Maima calls it, the biscuit one. It does have an unmistakable biscuity thing where I don't know where it's coming from. So probably is one of those that has an omission in notes. But of the entire Niche Emirati, of course, that I have in my collection, which is about 13 of them or so, I'm missing, I think, maybe 5. This is the most gourmand that you can go for. It is very, very nicely done there. Fruity and very enjoyable. Jawhara. Next up, we have Lattafa Sehr. Now, this is a gourmand that seems to be targeted for men, just like this one. Not that I'm saying both cannot be worn by women, but this is a bitter, almondy, nutty style of fragrance with a cherry nuance, and it doesn't list cherry. That is why I said cherry nuance. You can make almond oil with cherries and stuff. So it does feel like it does have that cherry thing going on there, but it is gourmand and qualifies for this video because you're going to be smelling nutty all day. That's basically what you're going to get there, and you're going to be wrapped around the sweetness of the vanilla. But what makes this one not the ultimate gourmand, let's say, for women, in as much as women who like woody fragrances can wear this, is the spicy tone of it, the woody tone of it. So it doesn't become like that ultimate yummy, oh my god style of gourmand, but it is a gourmand. So if you like your fragrances nutty, especially with that nutty bitter almond doing the most the entire way, try Lattafa Sehr. It's the 11th one on this lineup. Then we have Nebras. I mean, this video wouldn't be complete without Nebras. I've spoken a lot about this fragrance. This is simply put your cacao powder in red berries with that vanilla and a bit of some florals. But I always talk about this one as being the ultimate chocolate scent. So if you love chocolate, smelling like you've been in a chocolate factory, this is the one to go for. It is a fragrance that smells a lot like Billie Eilish, but surpasses Billie Eilish because this one I always tame the juvenile type of chocolate because it gives you that juvenile chocolate feel. It's not like a grown chocolate feel, but it's a distinct chocolate that a lot of people around you will be commenting, you're smelling very chocolatey. So this is an ultimate gourmand for anybody who likes to smell like a snack. And then we have Khair Pistachio from the House of Paris Corner. Fragrance drawing its inspiration, guys, from that Yum Pistachio by Khair, right? Now, this simply put is going to be your sweet almond mixing with that pistachio. It does have a host of other notes like ice cream, sugar, all sorts of things. Yes, the sugar you're going to get because it's very sticky. But in a nutshell, this is pistachio. And the pistachio is going to interpret as the pistachio in your hands, not as the pistachio as you're eating it. If you smell pistachio in your hand, it smells green. So it's going to be a green leaning style of pistachio with a sweet almondy nuance to it and very sticky there, very loud and very long lasting. An ultimate gourmand if you like nutty fragrances is going to be this one, guys. Paris Corner's Khair Pistachio. After Empire Victor, I'm only left with 2, right? And Empire Victor is from the house of Khadlaj, and I'll still say this is the best gourmand discovery of the year 2024 for me. If you're looking for that caramel, vanilla, creamy style of fragrance, this is going to give it to you. I love this one, guys, and I'm yet to find something that's going to match this. This, simply put, mental shortcut is a lemon creamy banana-y style of vanilla with that caramel tone going on there. I remember a subscriber coming into my comment section. I don't know what I was doing that day, saying, do you also smell banana? Because Ajwa said she smells banana. And yes, I remember Ajwa saying she smells banana. But in that comment, I quickly said, not really, you know. And then I went and I sprayed it and I really gave it a good sniff. And both these ladies are correct. That lady in my comment section and Ajwa, there is a banana-y nuance to this. It's just that initially I was getting more of a lemon cake thing going on there, but once you sniff it a lot, you are going to get something that bounces off as that banana. So it's a yummy vanilla with the caramel, the cream, banana and lemon, all the nice stuff, guys. Empire Victor is your ultimate gourmand if you like your vanilla fragrances. Second from the last, guys, is going to be Montaigne Coco from the house of Maison Alhambra. This is just your coconut and your vanilla. So do expect electronic tropical accord in this fragrance, coming of course from that coconut. The same coconut gives it a creamy feel. It has the florals, it has the vanilla. It is very similar to Montaine's vanilla cocoa. So if you love that, you're gonna love this fragrance, guys. So it's gourmand in nature, but very tropical, leaning there for those who like that coconut, because that is the most prominent note in this fragrance, guys. And it's the 15th on the lineup, making it the second from the last. Then into the last one, guys, simply put, Leen from the house of Lattafa, of their Lattafa Pride collection, is just your captivating mango scent. If you're looking, for a mango that's beautifully done there, that's grown, that's sexy, this is going to do it for you. I'm still hunting down what it's it's closer to, but it's definitely not in the same vein as that Willem mango. So don't buy this one thinking it's going to be a Willem mango kind of smell alike. This could very well be their own creation, I don't know, but it's one of the most beautiful mango fragrances I've smelled out there. So it is a recommendation for somebody who loves a mango that doesn't feel like that Yara Tus, that doesn't feel like that Pacaroban Fame, because there is a mango in those that is doing a little bit too much. This is just a beautifully done, grown, sexy style of mango. It smells very expensive and very well made. And it's the last one, guys, on the lineup, Lattafa Leen. So that's it, guys. Those are the gourmand fragrances I had for you, how to smell like a snack. And I had to give you a mental shortcut just to help those who want to know. Mental shortcut, what exactly, do we mean by this has chocolate? For instance, I could have come here and said, this has chocolate. Indeed, it has chocolate, but if you rush there and you bought it, you might find yourself shortchanged. Like, where is the chocolate? Because the chocolate is not that chocolating. That was the driving factor behind making this video. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section, guys, where we're obviously going to discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications on this channel. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one. And remember, guys, that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.